Hey guys, welcome to Kiss My Badge, a football show for the fans, by the fans, covering the best league in the world. With me is Jas and Satish, and it's a fight. We are going to summarize the fight for Champions League slot.
Let's us go into the league standings after 35 games or 34 games for some teams. After 35 games, Manchester City is at second spot with 72 points. And then Chelsea is at third spot with 60 points. Leicester still haven't played a game, so they are 34 games played. They have 59 points, and United has also only played 34 games. They are at fifth place with 58 points, and of course after that, Wolves at 6, Sheffield at 7, and Arsenal at 8, and that's 55, 54, and 50 points respectively. And this is very very close.
Yes,
Champions League
and
spot.
and before we go to the stats by Satish, right? I can
Mm.
say that all the way to team number 10 is really close, and the
Yeah.
points are really close, especially when Chelsea losing. And even the 10th place Spurs, which will go up against Arsenal later tonight, the
Mhm.
Spurs is just 49 points.
Yep.
It's
But
just
but but
49
do you
points.
think it's close because 49 points against even let's say you put Arsenal lah. As
Yeah.
Arsenal is still not say far fetched. They can still probably reach if everything goes according to their plans. But with Spurs, I don't know.
Well, if I think Satish will talk about the stats later, but
Yeah.
you look at Sheffield United, just by winning
Mhm.
one game, they jump up 3 places
Yes, and they have 54
to
points.
7 to
Mm-hmm.
54 points. So that's what I
Mm-hmm.
mean by it can, the shift between the teams can happen quite drastically with just one win, that three
Mm.
points. And if the other team lose lah.
I mean, ultimately, the top four positions or the top five positions, depending on the Man City band, is going to be a tightest
Yeah.
race we've ever seen so far because all teams are not giving up. In the likes of Sheffield United, you've got Wolves who's challenging.
Yeah.
United obviously doing very well since the restart, and you might have a surprise push by the likes of Arsenal in the mix.
Sheffield or Wolves
So,
especially.
so yeah, I mean, personally speaking, I would definitely want to see my team, not having to challenge, as in to have it secure, because we have a slightly easier run in terms of the closing matches. So I hope we will have an easy run compared to the other teams. And I mean, we United have been impressive since the restart. Over the weekend, United became the first team to score 3 goals or more in 4 consecutive matches. So that's a
Mm-hmm.
Premier League
That
record
is
by in itself.
very, very impressive, especially with Greenwood scoring with the left foot and the right foot. Oh man, you
And
guys really have a good youngster there.
and when of course if you pull in another stat, we have Bruno Fernandes contributing to 11 goals, whether he scored or assist. That is definitely more than his appearance in the league. So he's contributed directly to 11 goals, more than his appearance.
Wow.
So that's another stat that's going well in our
Yeah.
favor.
Even
So
though some of the goals may not be valid, especially the
Yeah.
recent penalty, what do you
just
think?
Yeah.
just take just take
Huh?
one penalty off. I agree.
Just
The
take one.
last the
Okay. So you
that
agree lah?
last
It wasn't.
Yeah, I agree because
The referee
it
also
is
agree. The referee also admit already.
it is
Oh really?
stupid. It's a very unfair goal.
I still think it is Manchester United and not Liverpool.
The fact that we are going to argue there's a Liverpool
Best signing for Manchester.
you're already there.
Why?
Most of our penalties, or in fact all of our penalties, were given correctly. Only the Villa game.
Do
I
you know
will
that
dispute.
you guys have the most penalties this season?
You also we only overtook you.
No, no,
We
no, no. You don't
wait wait
overtake
wait
us.
wait.
You have the most penalties.
We
Ah,
only overtook you by one penalty. you had 12 decisions by VAR helping you.
I say
We had
penalty, I never
13.
say VAR.
No, no.
Penalties.
You must see all situations. You don't talk about penalties. Yes, we
Okay,
had
okay.
more penalties, but our penalties were genuine. If someone tackles you in the box, they give penalties for that. It
Okay.
is part of the game.
Right, right. And
I will definitely agree with you that the previous penalty we got, the most latest one, is definitely not a penalty. In all eyes, it's not a penalty. We've also had stupid VAR decisions against us against the
we also
Bournemouth
have.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Liverpool also
so
have. Liverpool
Okay,
got a
but
lot.
to be fair, I think to be
mm,
fair, the recent game against Burnley, Liverpool against Burnley, right? They should have gotten a penalty lah
And
for
the VR
Liverpool,
and
and
VR
the
is not even
VR, yeah.
yes. So basically VR signed for Manchester United after the break.
No, 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 no. Hey, I'm being kind to you, bro. I'm being kind to you,
Yeah,
and then you
no.
don't need to add
This
fire.
is banter lah. This is not fire banter,
I mean
what? Correct, what?
I mean
Yeah.
I mean whatever you say lah, because at the end of the day I feel like you guys have already won the trophy. So I also don't know why you trying to achieve here lah.
No, the thing
So
is, I like it because after the Burnley game, Robertson and Klopp actually approached the referee and asked why the penalty is not given. Basically, even though we already won a trophy, right? I want to see that hunger, and a lot of fans on Twitter they want to see that hunger, not being complacent. Even we are actually we have already won the trophy, we still want to win more. That's the thing I want
Yeah,
to see.
that I agree
Yeah.
lah. But
mm,
adding to that adding to that, right? The statistic is that Liverpool during that Liverpool Burnley game, because of the draw, they lost their record. Is it
Yeah, the
their
home
run
record.
of home wins,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Ever
So
since January last year,
ever
so
since
it's like 20.
mm.
Yeah,
They could have
2000.
lost. They could have
Yeah.
lost to Burnley also because Burnley hit the
mm.
woodwork as well.
We also
Okay.
hit work. Firmino also hit.
Oh
But
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
lah. We have the first confirmed team relegated this season. That's Norwich City after the 4-0 loss to West Ham. The first team that's going down to the championship.
So Norwich is the first team relegated
Yep.
after the loss 4-0 loss to West Ham.
Hmm.
I think they deserve it lah. So the
Yeah, they
only
were
thing
starting so
memorable
well, lah.
is no. Actually, the only thing memorable about them is beating Manchester City. After that, they never really picked. They never really picked up lah. Actually,
And
right?
their striker lah, their striker's name, he was on the scoring sheet for the first few games, scoring here and
Yeah,
there, then suddenly
yeah,
ah, that's it. So
yeah.
now
I
they're
mean
confirmed.
the overall quality of the team is missing. So there's only so much an individual player can pull in.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
Him,
yeah.
Canwell, like one of their young players, Canwell. I
Mm.
think he's being linked with a lot of big teams, like Liverpool and that. Liverpool especially because we usually buy teams that are going down, the players from teams that are going down. So a lot of our fans wants him, but like you say lah, the quality of the team. They were surprising for the first few games, especially beating Man City, because the quality you can see is the names are not really very well known, and it actually shows this whole season after that.
Over the weekend, we had unfortunate results for Chelsea fans coming in. A 3-0 thumping from Sheffield United. I would say at this point of time, we are not giving Sheffield United enough credit because they have
Mm,
from time to time proven to be, I wouldn't say giant killers, but they are able to take on teams and really give them a run for money. And more often of times, in times, they actually win those games. I mean, they are a scary opponent, and so we just witnessed Chelsea being thumped 3-0 uh, away to Sheffield United. And for me, I'm not too sure how you guys will be thinking, but like for me, Chelsea has so much good things coming, and this is just one way the current players are showing that their concentrations are elsewhere. Because
Is
at
it
this
because
moment in
of the
time,
new jersey?
yeah, hey, the memes are
The
coming out,
tree.
huh?
Yeah, the
yeah,
tree, the sponsor. Yeah,
that could be a sway
yeah.
coincidental.
They lost to West Ham 3-2, and now they
Yep.
lost 3-0 to Sheffield United.
But
I just
you can say coincidence, but the past 4 games they played, all got 3 score. There's a 3 there, though. they won Watford 3-0. They
Ah,
won Crystal Palace 3-2,
yep,
and they
yep.
lost to. So that three is really
Ah,
I mean,
Yeah.
will they do a Manchester United where they will change the jersey design halfway through the season?
No, I,
that one
I, I feel
halftime,
I
right?
feel
Manchester United changed in halftime.
Yeah.
I feel like Chelsea players are not motivated because they know that some positions are going to be challenged for. Like once the new Ajax player comes in, he's
Michael.
already training in Chelsea's colors now. Then you have Timo Werner not coming in yet, so he's gonna come in. So the players in the team right now could feel threatened that their spots are gonna be challenged.
But that
So
said, right? These are midfielders and strikers. So
Midfield, lah,
it
midfield.
is said
Yeah, striker.
it is said that while Chelsea is focusing a lot on enhancing their firepower, on top of having Pulisic, Giroud, and
Yes.
Tammy, they are
mhm.
not really focusing on what matters, which is their
Defense.
defense.
Yes.
And they have been leaking a lot of goals since the restart as well. So
That's a funny thing.
no one is. I mean, I think basically Lampard is not working on the defense or improving it. Even okay lah, David Luiz went to Arsenal. I think one of the defenders also went out, right. But there's no defenders. There's no enhancements of the defense.
I feel like Chelsea, I'm not too sure if it's Lampard or the board's decision, but he seems to be building the team from the top. Whereas, like
Hmm.
if you notice how United has gone by with their business,
Hmm.
they try to enhance the defense first,
Hmm.
which always seem to be having the problem. So we bought a right back, we bought a centre back,
Hmm.
we had a recovering centre back in Eric Bailly, so
Hmm.
he's kind of back, and
Hmm.
then we kind of got rid of Smalling just to make the Deadwood space.
Okay,
So
to
he's
pharmacy.
trying to, yeah. So he's trying to build from the back, and then his master stroke has been Bruno Fernandes, right? Because
Hmm.
he knows the quality you've got in the midfield, and
Was
so
that
I
was
feel like
was that his purchase or the board's purchase actually?
I don't know how would you categorically say that, but I feel like it's always been the manager's wishes. Then the board, they say, okay, I got the money, I buy for you, lah.
Because
Hmm.
So
some teams they got their their football uh
director, right?
director
Yeah,
who's actually buying the
yeah.
players.
United doesn't have a director, so what I know, it should be the manager's word, and then the
Mm,
board
mm,
goes and
mm.
negotiates. So
Hmm.
I feel like uh, I guess Lampard did not pay attention to his defense. I mean, no doubt you've got the world's expensive goalkeeper, but he's nothing if he doesn't have a wall in front.
Correct.
So
I
Yeah,
was watching a Manchester United game recently, and I can say that Harry Maguire has been slowly getting better and better and settling down in the team, and he's really really looking good
yeah,
in the team, in the back
I mean,
line.
in the past few games, if you notice, if you watched United games,
Hmm.
De Gea had almost nothing to do.
Yeah, and he is very
Almost nothing to do.
composed. Who's his partner
Yeah,
again in the centre back position?
Lindelof,
Lindelof, right? I
Lindelof.
think they are
Yeah,
very composed and they are very mature in the tackles. They don't just fly in
yeah.
recklessly, and I think there's
not really
some
really
maturity.
unlike Smalling
Yeah.
and Jones.
Smalling is
Yeah,
Gabra. He will
yeah.
panic. You can
It's
you can
really
see
like not
how
his
he'll
Yeah,
panic.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
very stark
yeah.
difference actually.
Let's talk about Arsenal a bit. I think Arteta is trying to stop the leakage of goals as well.
Again.
I
Yeah.
think same thing for Liverpool as well, right?
Mm.
When Klopp first came in, the first thing he did was try to stop the goals leaking in. Then he built from there. I think Just was telling me before, right? So I think Arteta
Um,
was trying to do this at the moment, trying to pressure and not let the goals come in. And of course, the covering keeper Martinez is doing very well. I don't jinx it by saying that with the Spurs game tonight. So, but I think Chelsea
it's starting
building from the top
yeah.
may not be a good idea if they are
Thing.
leaking so much at the back.